two uncertain contests as Donald Trump hold on in Iowa, who ends up winning on the Democratic side, and it's going to be fascinating to see what happens 3 days from now.
Absolutely, and we hear so much about these first-time caucus goers and how difficult this process is. However, those are the very people who turned out and gave Barack Obama his victory as well, people who were first-time caucus goers. So why is it this time around, if they did it for Barack Obama and figured out the process, why couldn't, for example, Bernie Sanders' first-time caucus goers figure out the same process? Why is that presented to our viewers as such a mystifying thing when we have proof that it has happened successfully with Barack Obama?
Yeah, Tamron, it has happened before. The question is, does it happen again to that level? The turnout that we saw on the Democratic side in 2008, remember, it was John Edwards, it was Joe Biden, Chris Dodd, Hillary Clinton, all of those people who were running, and you end up having a turnout of 240,000. In a lot of models that we've seen, you're going to need almost that same amount of turnout on the Republican and Democratic side to really boost Donald Trump on the Republican side and to really boost Bernie Sanders on the Democratic.
So right now, going into tomorrow, this weekend, what's your big headline? Will we be talking about the debate? Is that old news in a sense already? What's the big headline?
Yeah, Tamron, I think the debate is the old news. What we're going to be heading into, and the headline that everyone should focus on the next 3 days is all about the turnout. And again, that's going to decide who wins on the Republican side and who wins on the Democratic side. A big turnout helps Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump. Regular turnout ends up helping Hillary Clinton and Ted Cruz. So that's the story I'm going to be watching.
And I've got seconds here, but those people who are still undecided have heard different theories about people in Iowa versus people in New Hampshire who decide at the very last minute. What's the conventional wisdom about those who are already picked their candidate?
You know, Tamron, if you haven't decided yet, chances are you might not be coming out. And the whole process is so hard for people who has the time on a late night on a Monday to show up.
All right. Thank you very much, Mark. Stay warm. Looks like the weather's going to be pretty decent there, at least Monday. Thank you, buddy.
Pretty balmy.
Yeah.
Thanks,
all right. Bundle up. That does it for this hour of